Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Hey, we're about to go live on the radio.
Where my girls at?
Live.
It's going down. It's going down. We're listening to our jingle. This is 9:10 a.m. The Superstation. And this is We Got Issues, brought to you by the Force of Friendship. We are so excited. WFDF out of Detroit, international, Facebook Live streaming, but get the app. Get the app, you guys, the 9:10 a.m. Superstation. You can walk around your house fully dressed or not. You can be washing dishes or not. You can sit with your friends acting like you're listening to them, and you're not, because you're listening to 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We're so excited to be here with you. My name is Gloria Mayfield Banks, and I'm here out of the Baltimore area. I'm here with my girlfriends. We're missing Crisette Ellis today because she's down there, y'all, for real. She's down there living her best life. Her husband's birthday, Chuck's birthday, Bishop Charles Ellis III's birthday is today, and they are in Arizona living their best life, enjoying the NBA Finals. I'm jealous. I just say it. I'm jealous, especially to see
all
Chris
of us
Paul play. Oh my goodness! I know he's gonna be on fire tonight. You know, there's something about confidence. When you win once, you come back in there and you win again. Now, I'm gonna tell you. We're going to talk about this. It's been crazy, but today, the weather, I look out there today, the weather is cloudy. It is cloudy, it is rainy, it is humid, and I love it because I love the heat. I love the heat. Now, you know what? I got to love whatever is going on because there's different parts of this world that are not happy with their circumstances. So I choose to be very happy with my circumstances. And we're excited. Today, we're talking about the truth about tired. The truth about tired. Where does our energy go and how do we even get it back? So we're going to conquer that today. We're going to be talking about, we want you to call in at 313-778-7600. When I was getting ready to go on the show, I was like, oh man, I didn't get to see the news, but I know Sabrina Goodwin Monday's going to be there. I know she's going to be there. Caterina, you know she's going to bring us the news. She's going to bring us the news. So
I didn't watch it either, so it's all.
I saw her. So whatever she does, even if it's not the real news, we don't even know. And look, I was at the grocery store. I took the People magazine so I could read about Britney Spears, so I could act like I knew something about the news. And I was like, oh no, I don't have time to do that. I got all my grandkids here buying $300 worth of groceries for 2 days. It's crazy. So Sabrina, going to you down there in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. How are you? Talk to the people.
I'm great, but I'm sorry, I don't have the news because it's been torrential rain, and in the middle of the rain, I went and got me a 90-minute massage. I said, it's cloudy, what a great time to go get some relaxation. The electricity's been bouncing in and out, so I pray that I stay online. We've got storms all around in the Raleigh-Durham area because of Elsa. Hopefully it'll clear out tonight. And so I'm sorry. I could just be your weather forecaster today. That's all I got is rain, and more rain. Katrina probably has to be our news girl today. Hey, you guys. I just want to thank our loyal listeners. I see you popping on. You're here every day. We've got some listeners. I run into them. They say, I never miss a show. No matter where I am tuning in. So we just want to take a pause for the cause and thank our loyal listeners. We could not do what we do without having you listen and share with a friend. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Gloria, good to see you. Good to see all your stories on Instagram about those babies. Y'all all over in somebody else's yard playing on somebody else's jungle gym. I said, okay, Karen gonna call the police. Karen gonna call the police. Y'all better stay out somebody's yard.
I'm telling you, that was hilarious.
Only you would take a family of 8 over to somebody else's yard. I know y'all was invited, though. I'm sure y'all were invited.
You know what? They thought we were going to the park. I said, we're going to the park. We're going to the park. Where's the park? Right next door. Right next there where the jungle gym is. Wherever the jungle gym is, that's the park today. And then we live up on a hill. Oh my God, the 3-year-old E just kept throwing the soccer ball down this long, windy hill. And you know, they're at that age where they know they're doing wrong. They know it. They push it down there. Shari, push it down there. Shari. I like, Shari, you're not Shari. You need to go take a nap. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Caterina out there on the West Coast. What is happening out there on the West Coast? Since Sabrina didn't give us any news whatsoever, what are you going to bring us, Caterina? What are you going to bring us the listeners of We Got Issues?
I got nothing. I did just swing down here and open up my news app. But, you know, seriously, I mean, it's a lot. There's so much going on. But, you know, one thing that jumped out at me, y'all remember Michael Avenatti? Do you remember him? He used to always speak out about Trump. You know his face. The attorney.
Yeah.
Sentenced to 2.5 years for the Nike extortion plot. Sentenced to 2.5 years for Nike extortion plot. I'm telling you. Today at a Bible study, it was all about lawlessness. And I'm like, it felt like Anthony was reading. He was reading the ancient scroll, but it felt like he was reading about today. It's so much. It's like God is just pulling the curtains back. It's like, you know, can I just find a couple people who are following the law? And so that is what is going on. But seriously, what's happening here today for our Facebook audience is this daggone clipboard. Because y'all, I done hired a trainer. When I tell you this is my meal plan of what I can eat. And I started asking him, I did everything that I tell the people I coach not to ask. I was like, do I get a cheat day? Can I replace this for this? He said, pretty much if it's not on here, it is not supposed to go in your mouth. I said, am I supposed to record everything I eat? He said, no, just get on the scale and take them pictures. I'll be able to tell if you're cheating. I was like, oh, snap. He's in Maryland, actually, in Maryland.
No.
My BFF and I told him we got to do this together. I got to lose, you know, and so I hope my husband ain't listening because this meal plan right here. So I got 1 or 2 people that's going to help me out. Y'all, seriously, it's just hard. Want to talk about tired, working out. I know I got to get over it. Oh my gosh. I feel like after I work out, I just want to go take a 5-hour. I want to go sleep for 5 hours. So
wow.
So he's a virtual trainer. So Caterina, he's a virtual trainer.
Tell us about the trainer. Tell us about the trainer.
He's virtual?
Yeah. Number one, I was a part of a program here. I'm going to have Latasha Renee on the show. She is amazing. She owns amazing gyms. And I did virtual all during COVID. And I'm not ready to go into the gym. She has gyms around here. But I need accountability. I'm disciplined in some areas and that's not it. So I need somebody who's up in it. And I wanted to work with someone African-American. I'm being very particular about where I send my money. And I also know I need this kind of accountability. So Tracy, you know, she said she had a problem with her knee, problem with this. I was like, okay, BFF, this is what we're about to do. So both of us now, granted, it's July 8th. And we were starting this on the 1st. Okay, I'm still fixing to get ready to start my eat plan. I'm getting it together because I had to have 4th of July, ribs, you know.
Right, that's right.
Real.
It's
just real. It is just real. And I don't cook. This is not how my mom eats. So I kind of eat what people put in front of me. So I am interviewing 1 or 2 people. It's going to be
after
Angela or Jamila.
After that guy. After the show and after that thing. But you said something interesting. We got some callers, so I'm going to go to the callers, but you said something interesting. You said, I'm disciplined in a lot of areas of my life, but right here, I need accountability. And I feel the same way, girl. I feel the same way. When I have somebody that's looking at me, expecting me, when my trainer says you're supposed to be here at 6 o'clock, I will get up and be there at 6 o'clock. But before we go any further, let's go to the callers because we're going to have to take a break. So I'm super excited. Deborah, are you with us? Are you with us? Did you call in?
To 9:10 a.m. the Superstation till we got issues. Are you there, Deborah? Are you there, Lisa? Lord. Who's that? Oh. Hello, Lisa from Toledo. Okay, Lisa from Toledo. Go ahead, talk to us. Lisa from Toledo. That's a new name. Lisa from Toledo. How are you? Welcome to We Got Issues.
I love visiting y'all's church. I want to say hello to First Lady Crisette and happy birthday to Bishop Ellis.
Yes.
It makes me feel good because today's my birthday too. We got the same birthday. Hallelujah.
Oh, we're clapping for you. We're clapping for you. Everything is the Lord's day. That's exciting. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Now the question was about accountability, but something that we need to be more accountable for. Is that it?
We're talking about tired, but whatever you want to bring to us, we'll talk about it. We got issues. What was on your mind?
Yes, I need to stick to my diet from the New Year's resolution I make every year. Now, when it comes to being disciplined with Christ, oh yes, sister, praying and
right.
You know what I'm saying, prayer line. But yes, I need to stick to that Mediterranean diet and stick to my diet or exercise regimen, whatever I choose to do, whatever God leads me to do, and then I'll see more results. So I need God's help. We need God's help for everything. Amen, sister.
Amen. You know what I loved about that? What you said is that, that you have, again, what Caterina said, I'm disciplined over here, don't have it over there. But we all smiled when you said, that's my New Year's resolution. I think if we ask every single person what their New Year's resolution is, going to have something to do with food or money it falls into like 3 or 4 categories. So we're so glad that you called in to We Got Issues at 9:10, girl, 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. So thank you so much, Lisa. Is Angela there? Angela, are you there as one of our callers today?
Angela disconnected.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, you guys, let's talk a little bit about this subject.
Okay, we are going to be talking about something about the truth about tired. And it's so interesting that when you're dealing with people who do a lot, the people with We Got Issues, we're handling a lot. And it's men, women, everything. We are handling a lot. And then we went into the pandemic, y'all. We went into the pandemic and we had to slow down, but then we sped up. I don't know how many of you felt the same way. We couldn't go anywhere, but we were everywhere. We were up in the morning. We were up late at night. We were trying to figure out Zoom number 1, Zoom number 2, Zoom number 3, how to tell people about Zoom. We don't want to do no Zoom. Yes, you got to do Zoom. Then you add in the StreamYard. Then you add in this, you add in that. So there's a lot to go around when it comes to being tired. Let me just tell you about my day. I was thinking about this topic when I thought about my day. Can I tell you, seriously? Ask me what time I got in the shower. 4:45. Okay, that's what time I got in the shower because my day was so crazy. Ask me if the water ran out at our house with 5 grandchildren here and their cousins, so that's 6. Ask me if the water shut. Ask me if I called my housekeeper this morning and begged her to come to my house. This is her week off. I was like, could you please come? Could you please come today? So help makes a difference. And I will tell you that when you plow through, it makes a difference. We're going to talk in depth about this. I'm going to go to the girlfriends in a minute, but I'm going to give you 12 reasons you feel tired all the time. Here's the 12 reasons that people feel tired all the time. Number 1, diet. Number 1 is diet. Number 2 is vitamin deficiency. Vitamin deficiency. Number 3 is lack of sleep. Number 4 is being overweight. Number 5 is sedentary lifestyle. I know I didn't say that right. SEDE. Sedentary lifestyle. Number 6.
Not with the accent, but okay.
Number 6.
Help out, Harvard MBA.
Okay. Right. Number 6 is stress. Number 7 is depression. Number 8 is sleep disorders. Number 9 is chronic fatigue syndrome. Number 10 is fibromyalgia. Oh, I practiced that word. I can only say one time. Number 11 is medication. And number 12 is diabetes. Okay, you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about this, but we're definitely going to go off this list again because your friends tell you I'm tired. You can eat, we think that kids are cranky when they're tired. Adults are also cranky when they're tired. But because they have to keep going, they don't acknowledge it. And they don't acknowledge how that affects their attitude and the way that they treat others. But the takeaway is some days are more tiring than others. It's important to recognize ordinary sleeplessness from excessive tiredness. In most cases, excessive sleepiness can be fixed with some lifestyle changes. If you still feel worn out after trying to manage your fatigue on your own, you might need to talk to a doctor. The bottom line is that tiredness is a real thing, and that it is something that we ignore in many ways. And so if we think about times when we've gotten tired, and we think about times when you push through, it makes such a difference. But I'm going to go to the girlfriends for a second before we go to the break. If someone can tell a tired story that they've had to push through and maybe what they've done about it, that would be great. And don't forget, callers, call in at 313-778-7600 because you too might have something to share that will make a difference for someone else's life.
I have something, Gloria.
And
I don't deal with it right now because of I'm past the age of having a cycle, but I had major fatigue that was iron deficiency. Major. I was anemic, and I there's something about how I realized that I was running off of adrenaline. Like yesterday, I talked about that compound interest, and the way the person explained it to me is it's even with our bodies. I mean, I would press my way. I still would get through a 10-hour workday some days. I'd travel. I'd get up early. I did whatever I had to do because I'm a responsible person. But they just kept saying, you're stored up, these adrenals, like you are wearing them down. I was operating based on adrenaline, not based on the energy. So it's like the excess energy. And that adrenaline is supposed to be what you use for special situations, when you got to run or, something happens when you're really excited or you're really scared. You shouldn't be operating that way in your daily life. But I can't tell you one situation because from so many years of fibroids and so many years, so many Black women deal with it. I had to get to the point that I would have to go in once a year and get iron injections. To the same place that they go in and it was iron injections because I had problems taking the vitamin deficiency. I had problems taking the iron. It would make me extremely nauseous. So it was from one extreme to the next. So I know we got some girlfriends out there that are constantly eating ice, constantly doing that. I'm so glad I'm past that. And honestly, I have a different energy level because I got that under control, or God got that under control for me.
You know what, Caterina, I remember when you used to eat ice all the time. Was that why you ate ice?
All the time. Yeah. And I didn't realize it until others. And we have girlfriends that we know that do that. Massive iron deficiency. Like it was so low. They're like, we don't even really know how you're walking and getting around.
I had no clue that's why you would drink, that you had ice all the time. I had no clue. You guys, I had a very similar situation. And I remember someone was a guest speaker in my city and I was supposed to pick them up from the airport. And my kids, my friend, my assistant could not wake me up. They could not wake me up. So she got the keys to my car and drove to the airport and picked up my guest. And I had to pull it together for a 2-hour meeting. I could barely make it. And the doctor, when I got to the doctor's office the next day, he said, I don't even know how you kept your head up. I have no clue how you kept. And that's when I had the hysterectomy soon after that. So these things are really real. There's so many things that we can do that make a difference to them. Let me talk about diet for just a second. This is a key component because, that's part of diet that you talked about, Caterina, where you're chewing on ice and you don't even know why you're so super thirsty. But diet has a tendency, if you are tired, you have to watch your diet because people tend to skip meals. And they say one of the biggest things you do is you have to eat often. You may not be getting the calories you need or the healthy calories, and long gaps between meals can cause your blood sugar to drop and decrease your energy. So it's important not to skip meals. They also say that snacks cause sluggishness. But if you need a snack, the best snacks to eat are bananas, peanut butter, whole grain crackers, protein bars, dried fruits, and nuts. Now I know on that sheet of paper you got, I bet you dried fruit ain't on there, is it?
But most of that other stuff is on there.
You know,
oh my
it's going to give you energy. It's going to give you energy. You guys, we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about tired some more. We're going to talk about tired some more and how to give all the girlfriends, and we got issues that's going to be hanging with the force of friendship. We're going to give you all some energy so you can hang with us. We'll see you back here in just a minute. Hang with us and get your phone ready to call us.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So 12 reasons. Which ones can you relate to? That all the top ones I could relate to, and then it turned to I couldn't relate to them as much. Diet, you already know, that's my big one. I love, Carla, you said I'm not in a place where I can call in, but I will say this. I have had 2 weeks off work to bring mama home from the hospital and care for her. I've only gotten by with prayer, change of diet, and some amazing supplements. Yes, I have lost 54 pounds. Oh my gosh. Y'all, a shout out to Carla in the chat. A shout out to Carla. Thank you, Yolanda, for sharing that. Y'all, you got to get, so many Black women deal with fibroids, especially. It's disproportionate. Diet is huge. It's just huge. Vitamins, so huge, right? The right vitamins. I have a pill. I don't like taking pills, y'all. That's another area that like totally prayer. Unfortunately, 1 through 10, LaShonda said all of it. Lack of sleep. And it's not just the number of hours of sleep, but it's the time of the sleep. I'm a night person, and for some reason I've been staying up recently till 2 and 3 in the morning. It's so bad. I've got to be in bed by 11. I've got to be in bed by 11 and sleeping to get the best, richest sleep. Your body has to operate based on the way the circadian rhythm of the earth. We're supposed to wake up with the sun and go to bed, and we're supposed to move with the sun. Oh my gosh. Yes. Overweight, honestly, sedentary lifestyle. So we got these cubies under our desk. I'm going to do my cubie right now while I'm on this commercial break. Because sometimes it's under my desk and I don't even row. Okay, so I'm rowing now. Stress. My dog is at my can't swallow pills, but add a liquid vitamins to smoothies this morning. That's awesome. And you know what? I add it to the smoothies, and then I have to remember, you got to drink the whole smoothie. So we're coming back from the commercial break, changing your diet. Let's hold each other accountable, y'all. Let's hold each other accountable. All right, we're coming back from the break. Here we go.
Yeah,
the truth about tired.
Here we go. This topic is a real topic. This topic is about being tired. This topic, where did our energy go? And how do we get it back? Okay, so let me give you this, because I want to talk to you guys about the 10 symptoms of exhaustion. How do you know that you've reached your tipping point? I thought this was so interesting. How do you know? And I want you guys to think about this, and then think about somebody's name of a person that you know who might be dealing with this. So 10 things to watch for. Number 1, you can't think straight. You cannot even think straight or at all. Now, I don't know about you all, but have you ever gone from the kitchen to the living room and wondered what you was doing in the living room? You go to the living room like, why did I come in here in the first place? And then you go back to the kitchen, and when you go back to the kitchen, you remember why you need to go to the living room. I mean, that's a part of fatigue, you guys. Number 2, you're more than stressed out. You're like more than stressed out. You've reached your tipping point. It's further than stress. Number 3, your usual healthy to-goes have been replaced by chocolate bars, chips, and Coke. So when you pack into unhealthy snacks, it takes you away. Okay, number 4, you find yourself counting sheep 1 too many nights in a row. You cannot put yourself to sleep. It's interesting that when you get overtired, it's harder to put yourself to sleep. Number 5, your lips are constantly cracked and dry. Isn't that interesting? When you're overtired, you got cracky lips. Number 6, you can't bear the thought of the gym. Oh, I can totally relate to that. And when you do manage to drag yourself there, your blood pressure is significantly dropped. Number 7, your mood is tumultuous, to say the least. That means that you act like my 3-year-old grandchild, E, with a bad attitude. It had to be put in timeout this morning. OMG. Number 8, you feel shortness of breath. It's just everything you can do to breathe. Number 9, you seem to permanently have the office cold. Isn't that interesting? If you're always tired, you have your office always cold so you can stay awake. And number 10, I can totally relate to this because when I nap, I take a 10-minute nap. That's it. That's all I can do is 10-minute nap. Your sofa has become your new best friend. Your sofa is your best friend. And you lay on that sofa and you feel really good about it. So, Sabrina, why don't you share a little bit because you have some things there.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody said, unfortunately, on our Facebook chat, 1 through 10 are the reasons I'm tired. Diet, vitamin deficiency, lack of sleep, overweight, sedentary lifestyle, stress, depression, sleep disorder, chronic fatigue, and fibromyalgia. I'm not sure if I said that right, but the thing is this, you guys. The thing is this. We have to pay attention to how our bodies feel. I know when I'm out of whack, when I'm snapping, when I'm moody, when I'm short with people, I have to take a listen to, okay, Sabrina, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And most of the time it's lack of sleep. I'm a sister. I got to have my 8 hours. I can't do with broken sleep. My kidney, he can go off for 4 or 5 hours. I need 7, 8 hours sleep. I really do. I am just better. I also know when I've been eating crappy, when my diet is sucky, when I'm not getting my water intake, I feel it. The inflammation is really bad. I just don't.
Our hands swell up.
Yes,
oh my
yes. I mean, when I first started working with a nutritionist, she said, Sabrina, you're allergic to some carbohydrate. You are allergic. And you have to know that you're allergic. If you eat this, you're going to carbs. My body type, it puffs me up. It just puffs me up. When you're puffed up, especially in the heat, you swell. You just puffed up. And so when you're puffed up, you're moody, you know? I just know that diet is huge. For me, it's diet and rest. I've got to have it, and I've got to get better in both of those areas. And so, Gloria, this is such a good topic. But I was thinking about this a lot when you told us we were going to talk about that. But I also I thank God that I don't have any major health issues. And that's why none. Whenever I go to the doctor, no. And they're always surprised at my age that I don't have those issues, but I want to keep not having those issues. But sometimes I'm tired because I'm uninspired. Hello, somebody. Why are we so tired? Well, sometimes I feel like, you know what? I let go of a goal, or I'm not in a happy place of my goals. And so I feel tired. And so I just want to encourage the girlfriends to figure out why you're tired. Some have serious health issues. Others, you have just allowed yourself to become tired, and you surround yourself with people for it to be okay. You guys, I have to watch my energy because around these girlfriends, the force of friendship, they don't want to hear I'm tired. I can't get on here talking about, oh, I'm so tired. I would be kicked out the group, okay? And then they would be talking about me. She's so tired. Why she's so tired? Well, somebody need to talk to her about being tired all the time. And so I don't want to talk. So
you know she's the main one. You know she's the main one going to be talking like that. You know she's the main one. Chris all up in the chat's like, yep, that's just exactly what Sabrina says. Exactly what she said. Exactly what she said. For real. Okay, but I have a question for you, Sabrina. How do you manage your life when you get 7 or 8 hours a night? Like, do you go to bed early?
I know.
Late?
Well, I don't get up real early. I do not get up early. I never was a member of the 5 o'clock club. And so I just make sure that if I'm late and I work later, I'm doing whatever late at night, I get it on the other end. So for me, I make it work for me because I know what I need. So I don't know how y'all do it off of 3 and 4 and 5. I don't.
I'm the same, Sabrina. I'm the same. And honestly, on the weekends, I make sure one of them days I get 10 hours. I'm a sleeper. Like my body needs sleep. Without apology, I know I need to work on many of these things, but that's just one of the things I wrote down was knowing your flow. I mean, I can't imagine. I think if I had a job that required me to have to get up at 4:45 in the morning, I think no matter what I did, I feel like I would be tired because that's just not the way my body works. And it's just not the way it is. Maybe I could learn to be different or whatever. And, I know it's not directly on this list, Gloria, but honestly, when my room is clean and I have some flowers up and that environment is right, I just wake up with a new fresh, with the scent. It's great. When it's not, that makes me tired. Junk, dirt, unorganization, just thinking about all the things I have to do. It just, oh my gosh, I think that makes me, a clean environment makes me less tired. Probably I can get inspired immediately.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Caterina. I'm so glad you brought that up. You guys are listening to We Got Issues at 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. And I'm so glad that you brought that up because clutter is not on this list, but clutter really takes me out. And you guys, seriously, that's why I called that housekeeper today. I was like, you have to come. Please, 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 please. I don't care. You can shove it all under the rug. I don't care what closet you put in. You can even take it home with you. I don't care. Just get it out of here because the kids brought a lot of energy, a lot of fun, but everything is misplaced. They just put things down anywhere. And, when you just like things to be a certain way and it really does take your energy. Let me tell you what takes your energy. Searching for stuff. Searching for things can take a lot of your energy. And so organization is a really big part of it. I remember when I used to lose my voice a lot. And it was because of lack of sleep. So I went to a specialist and she asked me how much I was sleeping. And she said, I need you to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. I looked at her and said, who does that? Who takes 8 to 10 hours of sleep? She looked at me, she says, I do it every night. I was like, really? I had never even known anybody who was sleeping that much time. For me, that was a challenge for me, still is a challenge for me. So what I do is I take some rest during the day. But, the key things are knowing how much your body needs. Any doctor will tell you, know how much your body needs, and it will make a difference. Let me just talk about this too. That they brought up about the sanitary lifestyle. I wear Apple Watch. A lot of us have all these little apps, the Fitbit, the whatever they want to, but you've got to manage yourself getting up and walking around, particularly when we're in this COVID environment where you're sitting in front of the computer for 8 to 9 hours a day, even longer. You've got to be able to work out a lot. I want to ask Sabrina, since you live in a household of athletes, how do they manage their energy? Because the amount of workout and energy that goes into it, it's interesting. What do they do? What have you learned from that?
Yeah, I learned that, oh my goodness, that their bodies are clearly that's how they do what they do. And they've got to take care of their bodies. Their workouts are so intense, but their sleep is important. The diet is important because, and Kenny always talks about you work out and then you rest. You've got to give your body the time to rejuvenate. And so I watched them cut weight for their wrestling program. I've seen them do what they need to do to get their bodies in terms of supplements. I heard somebody on the chat say they don't like pills, but you guys, there's no excuse because everything is in liquid form now. Find what you need, supplements to balance out your body, to give you what you need. But clearly, being in a house full of athletes, to watch them take care of their bodies and go to the gym and build the bodies that they desire is really inspiring. That body is like a machine. I mean, they could just make it do whatever they wanted to do. And you watch it right before their very eyes. I am so motivated. Not motivated enough to get it done, but I'm motivated. I am motivated. They are inspirational to me. The way they are disciplined, the way they watch their diet during season, the way they make sure, I mean, sometimes they're doing 2 and 3 workouts a day. 2 and 3 workouts a day to get the job done. And you just watch that body transform right before your very eyes. And so it's good when they're out of season because they can relax a little bit and not be so tight and rigid with their lifestyle in terms of diet and exercise. But clearly mindset. Once they set their mind,
right.
It's like they don't even, it becomes just a mindset. They know that they're going in season. So it's not, do I have? It's like, I don't do. It's not, I'll do that after the season. It's their understanding of what they must do, when they have to do it, and why they're doing it. Just clarity.
So,
yes.
Sabrina, when they were all home, like in terms of eating, do they have, this is my food, this is my food, how do you manage that in the house when not everybody's eating the same thing?
You know, it was pretty much when they were in season, lean and green. Protein and lean. They could have protein and green. We just kept it simple during season. That's just what it was. And that way everybody could eat. They knew portion control. They knew they had to get on the scale when they went to practice the next day. So they were so good because they've been getting on the scale, cutting weight since they were 5 and 6 years old for wrestling. They just grew up knowing they had to manage what they had to manage. So it's really amazing how disciplined they became on their own.
I mean, it's amazing. 5 and 6 years old. That's just so interesting to me. You guys, we're talking about all things tired. All things tired. The truth about being tired. I love what Yolanda wrote here. She said, I used to work 60 to 80 hours nonstop and had no idea I was stressed and exhausted. The day I left, I took a nap and slept for almost 3 weeks before she felt normal again. You guys, that is such real numbers. Such real numbers of what a lot of women go through. If you talk about women that are tired, you guys, we want you to call in. We want you to call in to 9:10 a.m. to Superstation because it makes a difference. American paid vacation time and sick time. Listen to this. There is not a federal law requiring paid sick time in the United States. U.S. remains the only industrialized country in the world that has no legal mandated annual leave. We're the only country. It says facts like the U.S. has one of the highest brain fog of women because of burnout. And it's like what Yolanda was talking about. And that more than 53% say they suffer mental health because of burnout. And a lot of burnout happens at their job. So that was a really big deal that I absolutely love. I'm waiting for the callers to call in. Let me tell you this. The average American, the American average work hours, at least 134 countries have laws setting the maximum length of the work week. The U.S. does not.
And as we travel the world, Gloria, as we travel the world, all other countries, it's nothing for them to get a holiday for a month. Like they get 2 weeks is a big deal here for us. It's just a way of life in other parts of the world that they don't work 12 months out of the year.
That's right. And not only that, what about siestas? They take long breaks. In their workday in other countries, they shut down 11 to 2, something crazy. I'm like, wow, these people, they take long. When is this office going to open back up? And they're like, well, their lunch is until 2 o'clock. I'm like, but they left at 11. Anyway, it's just very different. We work very, very hard in the U.S. Gloria, Crisette is on hold. She said, please answer her call.
Oh, I didn't even see her, Chris, go ahead, Chris. I'm so sorry because I know you need to talk so you don't never miss a show.
I'm like, they treat me like a step caller. I didn't. I'm like, what a girl got to do to get on the radio? I mean, nobody taking my call. I mean, really?
Hey, Chris, you know how it is. Out of sight, out of mind. You know how it is. I'm glad you called in.
No, listen, that's why I'm calling in. I said, I know how this is. Don't ever stand in a picture on the end, right, and make it more easy for you to get cut out. I said, don't go on vacation too long because if they start having a good time, they be like, who's Oh yeah, she was with us a month ago. I tell you, this is like such a good topic, a good topic. I was listening to the list, Gloria, that we shared the top 12 reasons that people are tired of. And while, one of the things, you guys, sometimes we repeat things that we hear because it sounds really, really good, especially when you are an overachiever or you set goals and you just know, you're working into the wee hours of the night, getting up early because you on your grind. And we've all heard the saying, sleep in the bed. Come on, y'all. I know y'all heard sleep in the bed, sleep in the bed. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't sleep, you probably are going to die a little bit early because we are finding out that sleep is such a critical part of our health. And in order for us to grind the way we want to grind, we have to get that sleep. And I also heard that, sometimes we think, well, when I get this done, then I'll sleep. But everything that I have heard is that you cannot make up for lost sleep. You cannot make up for lost sleep. So once sleep has been lost, you're just going forward. So I just think, especially when you're talking to people who, are on their game, on their grind, that is important because a lot of times we just say that, sleep in your bed, sleep in your bed. And I was just laughing at one of the things you said, Gloria, when you talked about being tired and being stressed out. I know for me, I promise you, losing your keys, not being able to find them when you're trying to get to your car. I mean, that is really stressful. And really learning how to, we talked about having that bug list. And what was that? The bug list is writing down all the things that you don't like to do that bug you, and it really takes you to another place, a place you don't want to be. And so, I got to the place of like, okay, what? I can't keep praying to Jesus to find my keys. He's like, listen, you need to start as much as you lose your keys, you evidently don't like to drive. So I really had to come up with a system of, this is a place that you're going to put your keys all the time so you never have that drama. But, all of us can look at our lives and find areas that we can reduce the stress. And one of the things that I've heard you say, just listening to that 12 list, I was like, wow, I just didn't realize how, almost 8 of the 12 have everything to do with our physical body, exercise, dieting, not, just sitting around. And so you're, just encouraging our listeners and encouraging our tribe, whenever you can, get up and get moving. Sometimes, I'm really good at it, and sometimes I'm not. But you know what? Every time you're good, that's a plus. So sometimes you think, well, what is one day going to do? One day is better than 0 days, right? So if you get one day under your belt, you just, pray that you can continue and increase that. But that sounds great conversation. And Sabrina, I still haven't missed a day. Okay.
And we're so glad you called in because we're going to be looking for you. You got to text us what color you have on because we're going to find you on TV tonight. We're going to find you on TV at the NBA Finals. We're going to find you on TV tonight. Have a good time, Chris. Thanks for calling in. Seriously.
Bye, Chris. We miss you. Thanks for calling in.
We do. You guys, I need you guys, our tribe, to be thinking about who's your messy friend, who's your classy friend, who's your lazy friend, who's your lashy friend, who's your friend out there, because we're going to be working with this one. I love what Regina said. Regina Oliver said the doctor just told her last week that she's sleep deprived and that it is going to affect all types of healing if you don't get sleep. Mental healing, physical healing. You guys, it makes such a big difference. And it's amazing how often the doctors talk to us about what we have to do so that we're not so tired. Let me just say this, you guys, working. Can I say this truly? Women feel guilt about work. It's a higher degree of guilt that causes us to be tired. In the United States, 85% of the males and 66% of the women work more than 40 hours per week. Americans work an average of 137 more hours per year than the Japanese workers. 137 more. 260 hours more than the British, and 499 hours more per year than the French. Who has 499 hours more than the French to work, you guys? That is that was like such a mind-blowing piece of information. They said, remember this, it's always okay to move to fewer hours at work. It's always okay to ask to move to fewer hours. It's okay to take a week-long vacation if you need to. It's okay to ask to work from home, because if you don't ask, you never know. It's okay to take a month of unpaid leave while you raise a child. The bottom line is, it's okay. It's okay, because a lot of people don't know that it's okay. So it makes a difference that you do it. They said, don't let life pass you by in the name of fear or circumstances or greed or misguided hopes, because sometimes working harder for those misguided hopes cause you to be more tired. So that's really important. I hope that some of you will call in and talk to us about if you're tired or if you have things that have helped make a difference. Caterina, I'm going to ask you to talk about this for a second, because someone said about alkaline water. And I know Anthony gets all into the water choices. Tell us what he does about the water choices, because water has made a difference as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Water is so important. And on our show, we are working to not have the bottled water. So we're working to have a water filtration system. You know, the Kangen system, which
cheers.
Yes, cheers. So y'all got it. So, and I have to say that I'm supposed to be drinking 3 of these a day. And because I talk all the time, sometimes I just don't, I got to keep working on the water. But the right amount of alkaline balance in the water is so important. There's the expensive Kangen system, but there are other systems you can get. And you could even just on Amazon order those strips and test your water. Just having someone who's an expert in that field, because be clear, some of the labels in America are straight up liars. So some of those things you just find that say they're alkaline water, that's not true. It's really a balance of the alkaline in your water. So make sure you're working with a real nutritionist. So yeah, in Chicago, both of the places, we have a system to help us make sure the water that we're drinking is alkaline. And that's critical. I wanted to say, and just getting enough water, sodas and all that stuff, it's gonna make you tired. That goes on with the diet. I wanted to say something about the work piece, Gloria. You know, you got to know when to pull back from work and when to take a break, when to take vacation. But I love to work, and working is not necessarily what makes me tired. It's doing the work that brings me joy. So knowing what makes you tired. Yesterday, I looked at something. I was like, I know how to do that. I could spend 90 minutes doing it myself, but just to think about me doing it didn't bring me joy, and it made me tired thinking about it. So I went on the TaskRabbit app and I hired somebody, and he came over and he did it, and he finished 15 minutes before we came on the air, and it's done. And so we just quote Gloria Mayfield Banks. I remember when you used to say to me, Caterina, you're not tired, you're broke. Okay. Making some money, make a difference. It can relieve some pain. Doesn't mean that you're going to work less hours. My goal is not to make more so that I can work less. I mean, it's nice so you don't have to work, but so I can do the work that brings me joy, because what makes me tired is doing what I don't want to do. Just what needs to be done, but what I don't want to do. I don't want to clean my house. I don't want to clean a toilet. I don't want to do it.
Right.
I don't want to cook.
Right. I mean, you said brings me joy. It doesn't matter if you can do it, if it's not bringing you joy. I like to work hard for my ability to do what I like to do. And I know that's the reward. And it reduces my stress tremendously. We have a caller. I'm so excited. We got a caller. We got issues. Yvonne, did I say that right? We have a caller. Are you there? Are we missing our callers? Maybe she's not there. Okay, well, if she comes back in, you let us know, Kevin, because we'd love to hear from her. You guys, I love the fact. Oh, there you are. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Gloria, Sabrina, Caterina?
Great. We're not tired right now.
Tell us, you got issues. You're calling in. We got issues. 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. Tell us what's on your mind.
Yeah, I had issues. I don't have no more. Well, I had problems with my health, and Gloria, I've been like trying to see you every chance I can, and you seem like me going up and down with my health. And what I found, because I was like down to the ground with my energy, and I started like changing my diet, and like Caterina was just talking about, water is very, 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 very important. And the other thing is you got to make sure you're drinking good source water. At least get spring water if you can't get anything else. And what I do, I also add minerals to my water, like Himalayan salt.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I take boron with my water. And at night, I take a capsule of magnesium with a full glass of water. That helps me to sleep through the night. And I get up with a lot of energy. So those...
Earthquake. Drop, cover, hold on. Shaking expected.
The Indian spices and like turmeric and those things to help keep down the inflammation. And I use like cumin and all those spices that help to get toxins off your body. I feel like last year at this time I was weighing like 97 pounds, and today I'm about like 137. So wow, it's awesome. My diet was like that's the thing, that's the basic is what you put in your mouth. That controls your energy and your mood and everything.
Other than magnesium, what else, Gloria, does she put in her water other than magnesium? What was the other thing?
The magnesium, I take capsules.
No.
Sometimes I do bath with Epsom salt, which has magnesium in it.
Yeah, no, you said something else. I'm sorry, you said something else.
Yeah, it's
boron. Okay.
And the boron, you can also use that to take a bath with. And that, it has like 87 minerals in it that it helps you, like in the bath, you absorb it through your skin, and it clears the toxins out of your body, and it gives you energy.
That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Do you do foot baths where you go and sit your feet in water and it pulls all the toxins out? Do you do that as well? Have you done that?
No, I just do the full bathtub. I fill up the bathtub, and I put a handful of boron and a handful of Epsom salt, and I just sit there for like 15, 20 minutes, and it's like, it rejuvenates you. Like, it's really, really like a miracle. So
nice.
Wow. I do that like maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how I'm feeling. And it's really good. And it gets rid of body aches and muscle pain and everything.
Yeah, that's really big. And I used to do that with the foot bath and all that stuff. Come out your feet, you look at it like, oh my God, what is going on in your feet? But I'm so glad you called in. Is it Ivar?
You gave us some of the behind the scenes secrets. I love Carla talking about the
Gloria.
Thank you so much. You're part of the tribe. You're part of the tribe. You're part of the tribe. We need you guys to stay close. Stay close. Because as we get together in the Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Gloria.
Yes.
Gloria.
Yeah.
Did y'all see me disappear? We just had an earthquake. So that's for lots of folks. It was an earthquake. That's why y'all saw me drop down. And I have an app, and the app said take cover. I was like, okay.
No way. I thought somebody was like, what?
Earthquake. Lakeisha says,
what are they talking about?
Yeah, Lakeisha just felt it. I just got text. We just had an earthquake. It was a 4.8, not super high, but sometimes that's an aftershock. Sometimes that's a before shock. But yeah. So if you see me, when you saw me go down, I got a big old desk right here. I texted Mama. I was about to
But
be out.
Katrina,
okay?
you were like in slow motion. I was like, what is she doing? I would have been like getting down there fast. You was all cool with it. I would have been gone, okay? Like, bye, force of friendship. I got issue. I got an earthquake, issue, and I'm out, okay?
Oh, boy, we good. 4.8 is lightweight, but I was like, okay.
I mean, my mind is going like a 4.8. That ain't nothing. I'm like, 4.8 ain't nothing. And you like laying on the floor. I said, that's a lot to me. That's a whole lot.
Katrina, they said you did it with such class. You dropped down with such class. You were so suave with it, baby. I mean, okay.
But this is interesting because I have an app, y'all, and I like there's places that you can go in the Bay Area that have the hot springs. Y'all know you've been to hot springs in different parts of the world. You've seen the hot springs. Well, they have said that if you live near the hot springs, it actually, because there's no earthquake predictor, but they have said that those hot springs actually, they start doing something before the earthquake, and horses and different things. So what's interesting is the app actually kind of went off before. That's what made me trip. I was like, the app is telling me, okay, let me get ready. And then I was waiting on to shake it. So yeah, the Quake app, y'all. Download the Quake app.
Oh my goodness.
It's no telling what you're going to have. When you tune in, we got issues. Yeah.
We got issues.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. We got issues. We got earthquake issues. We don't know the news. We can't take a shower. Our water runs out in our house. There's a lot going on. We got issues. That's why we need all our girlfriends. We're so glad Yvonne called in, and we love it when y'all call in and tell us what's going on, because it's a hot mess up in here. We got issues. Okay, the best foods to eat when you're tired. Are you ready? The best foods to eat when you're tired. Number 1, eggs, rich in protein. Of course, you can do chicken, fish, quinoa. The list goes on and on. But bam, you're tired, eat an egg. You're tired, eat an egg. Number 2, spinach. You're tired, eat some spinach. Popeye had it right. Being low on iron can make you feel tired and breathless. Eat plenty of leafy greens. Red meat is fortified food. I don't like the red meat, but they said it's good for you. Number 3, butternut squash. Butternut squash is another one. Turkey, that's one of our favorites, turkeys. And then nuts, like we talked about. Nuts. You're nuts if you stay tired. You're nuts if you stay tired. No, we're so glad to have you guys on We Got Issues. We're here every single day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Come laugh with us. Come laugh with us. Come laugh with us. Come cry with us. Come get informed with us. Come meet our guests. We're so glad that you're here with us, and we'll see you tomorrow. We Got Issues. Check it out, 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. Bye-bye.
Woo.
OMG, Katrina, earthquake.
Yeah,
right before our very eyes.
Right before your very eyes.
Earthquake right before our very eyes. Unbelievable.
That's
and the thing is, yeah, and I just pray that, nothing comes after that, because usually it's a series of something.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. We stay woke even when it's across the, we ain't scientists, but that latitude thing, that goes around the nation. So you see it like it might be Japan, which is equal. It's across. And it's just interesting because there was a really big earthquake in Fiji. And then it happens in another part. It's interesting, y'all. But you know what's crazy? It's earthquakes happening, not just in normal places. So
hey, we're still on Facebook. You're taking your earrings off. So bye, Facebook. We love all of y'all while we get undressed on Facebook, okay? Because we got issues in the force of friendship, okay? So see you later and hit the button.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.